Hello everyone, my name is Mace and welcome back to r/entitled parents featuring near instant karma. Entitled parents need to learn that some people will not take what they dish out sitting down, and today's stories are just a few instances of that. Before we begin, I'm going to leave you with this poll as I'm wanting to get your guys' feedback. For my next video, would you like me to cover a few stories from mildly infuriating, extremely infuriating, choosing beggars, entitled parents, or something else that you can tell me down in the comments? Just curious what direction I should go next. Thanks in advance for voting. With that out of the way, let's see what I have in store for you today. This story is called EM Gets Angry After Her Son's Surgery Gets Cancelled Cause She Didn't Follow Any Protocol by Curb Slice. So first post on here, forgive any grammatical errors or if I misspell anything. This happened about a month and a half ago, but I never discovered this subreddit until recently, so this definitely needs to be on here. Me? Of course, who else would it be? EM? Idiotic entitled monstrosity. CO? Coworkers. So, as I said, this happened about a month and a half ago. I work in a children's hospital and I register kiddos for surgery. We get a lot of people from different ethnicities and backgrounds. All around, I love my job, but occasionally there's an EM that just isn't too much fun. So it's been a good day, and as usual, we get a few phone calls from others panicking because they'll be a few minutes late to their check-in time. But I get a phone call from EM and it goes something like this. Me. Same day surgery, this is me. EM. Hi, yeah, I'm just letting you know that we're not going to be there until 11 o'clock. I'm not waiting an hour for my kid to go back to surgery. I failed to mention, they have patients check in about an hour and a half before their surgery for the pre-op nurses to get vitals, doctors, and anesthetics to come and talk to them beforehand. And also, the kids are supposed to be NPO. Nothing by mouth, so as to not put them in any risk with the anesthetic and such. Me. Okay, let me transfer you over to the pre-op team and you can let them know. I thought nothing of it really, and figured the pre-op team would explain everything as they usually do. But I was wrong. Apparently, the EM yelled at the pre-op team over the phone when they told her the reason they have to check in an hour and a half before. Anyways, fast forward to when the kiddo's surgery is supposed to happen. They walk in and the EM has her chin held high, as most EMs do. My coworker checks them in and tells them to sit by the door by pre-op so that they can hear when they are called in. The EM instead takes her kid to the waiting room where there's snacks and drinks for the parents while the kids are in surgery and proceeds to give him water and ice. Big no-no. They get called back, and when the nurses discovered that she had been giving him water and such, they said, "We'll have to cancel this procedure and reschedule," due to him eating. The EM went ape on them, yelling at them saying that, "I'm not leaving until the surgeon himself comes in here and tells me it's canceled." So she and her kid were just sitting back there in a pre-op room for hours. So much for not wanting to wait, waiting for the surgeon who had other procedures he needs to do. They got canceled and rescheduled for a couple weeks out. Fast forward a few weeks to their next scheduled surgery, they don't show up for this one and get rescheduled again. Then today, a month and a half later, they finally show up, 20 minutes before their scheduled procedure, not check-in time. Chin's still stuck up. But finally, she isn't an idiot and didn't feed her kid anything, and he got his procedure. Edit. A lot of you have been asking what the surgery was. It was just a TNA. Tonsillectomy and adenoidectomy. So, a simple procedure. I understand some people not wanting to wait for the surgeon to do the surgery and having to do the pre-op and everything else, but what you do is you get your phone or you get your Switch You just sit in the waiting room, you play on your phone, you play on your Switch, you make sure no one sees you playing on your Switch because they're probably going to ask to play with you or try to take it from you like most entitled parents, and you just wait. You let them go through their procedure, they get better, and you're a good person for waiting for them. In this case, however, I say the kid gets ice cream and the mother gets
a boot to the head.
A what? Ow!
This story is called EP Says She'll Get Me Kicked Out of Our House, Gets Kicked Out Instead, by Arc Star Laser. For some context, I do Taekwondo, I live in a condominium, and we have these cluster reps, which is something like a board meeting kind of thing, and my mother is the elected chairman. On to the story. I had nothing to do and felt kinda bored, so I decided to go sit around at our clubhouse. I was doing nothing when I see a guy around my age annoying a girl. She constantly said to stop bugging her, but the guy kept on, well, bugging her. They were getting kind of loud, so I decided to step in and tell him to leave her alone. He got mad at me and pushed me. I didn't do anything except pulling him off of her. He then got really mad and tried to punch me. It was a straight jab, so I stepped to the side, then kicked him in the head. Unfortunately for him, his face was directly facing my foot, so when I kicked him, his nose started bleeding. I kicked him hard. After that, he walked away. The girl said thanks, and I said you're welcome, and I went back to my spot. A few hours had passed, and I decided to go back to my house until I was blocked by a woman who you would compare the size to the Great Wall of China. This, of course, was the EP, and she wasn't happy with what I did to her son. The following conversation goes something like this. EP.
You think you can get away with this?
Me. Away with what? EP.
I am very close friends with the cluster rep chairman, and I can send you right out of here.
Me. You're friends with my mom? Sorry, lady, but I know my mom's friends, and you're not one of them. EP.
Ha! You're obviously lying. It's best to pack your bags now, 'cause you're getting kicked out.
She then walked away, and I decided to go back to my house. When my mom came home, I asked her if she knew anyone with a size that can compare to the Great Wall of China. My mom knows all the tenants in the condominium, at least the ones who bought a unit. She said no. I then told her everything that had happened. A few days later, I see EP and EK driving out of the place. Turns out, they were only renting an already existing unit, which is apparently not allowed in here, and the actual owner got a warning. Now normally, I would make my own jokes, but I looked at the comments, and I thought it was too hilarious not to actually share. Lol, okay there, Bruce Lee. Really zoom past that fight. Totally this. That's exactly how it went, I'm sure. True story, I was the clubhouse. Obvious lie, I was the shoe. Dang it, I've been exposed. Lies are not tolerated. I will have my owner come kick you. No, please don't. I'll take it back, I promise. I meant no harm. You better. I'm watching you, Appleman. Yeah, I'll be watching all of you from a safe distance. This story is called EP Tries to Kidnap My GF by The Demon of PA. So maybe the title's a little clickbaity, but it's the best description I got. So I and all my friends are all very physically affectionate people. It's just kinda nice, hanging out and hugging and holding hands and stuff. And my girlfriends are really understanding about this. We've all agreed that physical attraction outside the couple is okay except for kissing on the lips, but I always make sure to be more affectionate with my girlfriends anyway. Now, for this delightful cast for today's show. Me, a human potato, I can relate. Ava, one of my best friends that I haven't seen in a while. Jane, shy and super nervous GF, but once you get her trust, it's like a tsunami of love. EP, hyper-religious. So, Ava's in town for a few days on some work business, and we all wanted to get together. But my other GF, Alice, was busy with some personal stuff, so it was just us three. We ended up going to the same mall we went as teens to hang out. Just kinda relax and relive memories. And eventually, we end up at the park just sitting and talking in the grass. Eventually, we're all just laying in the grass and they're using me as a pillow. I'm loving it, they're loving it, and so I give Jane a kiss and kiss Ava on the forehead. It just feels like the right thing in the moment. And then EM appears and makes my day. EP.
What the hell was that? You three? What the hell? There are kids here!
Now, this scares the out of Jane for reasons she didn't want me sharing online. So I respond. Me. First, yes, there are kids here. You shouldn't be swearing like that. Second, what did we do? EP.
You're cheating on these girls! Openly! You're a sinner!
Ava. First, we're not dating. Only those two are. EP. Interrupting.
Yes, you are! You just kissed both of them!
Ava. Secondly, it's just a friendly kiss. There's no cheating here. EP.
Don't lie to me like that, you whore! I know you're his mistress, so repent!
Now, I'm mad because she scared my GF and insulted my best friend. Add in my hero complex, and I had enough of her crap. But I tried to keep a level head. Me. Ma'am, you need to leave. You're scaring my girlfriend and insulting my best friend. What we do with our lives is none of your concern. This is a public space. You're disturbing the peace. You need to stop. EP.
Don't sass me like that! You sinners should go back to the you crawled out of and stop corrupting the children!
At this point, the EM tries to grab Jane and pull her away. EP.
Clearly you've traumatized her with your constant cheating! She's coming with me!
And that's when I stop being polite. So I spring up, and being a decently in-shape dude, I just punch as hard as I can right in her stomach. She gets the wind knocked out of her and lets go of Jane. I grab her and Ava starts calling the police. While she's recovering, I just hold Jane as tight as I can to make her feel better. Once the police arrive, they asked what happened. EP.
This girl has been abused by this man and his mistress, and I tried to save her, so he attacked me!
Me. That's not what happened at all. You came up to us, started yelling at us, and tried to kidnap my girlfriend. Luckily, Ava backs me up. Jane's still freaked out, so we get held up a bit waiting for her to get ready to make a statement. We're pressing charges. I'll let you know how it turns out. Man, talk about some instant karma.
I've taken her away so you can stop brainwashing. Punch!
TLDR, kidnapping is not okay in pretty much everywhere, and it can result in bodily harm. Don't do that. Learn from this EP. Alrighty, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to our posters for sharing your stories. Links are down in the description. If you liked the video, let me know by leaving me a like down below. If you didn't already, please vote for my next video. I'm very curious of the results, and I always enjoy your guys' feedback. Anyways, thank you all for supporting me. My last community post, I was sort of upset with my luck, and I just wanted to thank Merlin and Tiffany for cheering me up. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful day.